Now comes going to the masjid itself. Every time we look at any meaning, you have to be thinking about that meaning as you're doing it. When you're changing your clothes, you think about the fact that Allah had told me to clean up myself before I meet Him. When you brush your teeth, you think about the fact that I'm about to read the Qur'an and this is the passageway of the Qur'an. When you make wudu, you think about the fact that each one of my limbs has having my sins forgiven. As I am making this wudu, they're dripping away as the drops of water drip away. When you get to now thinking about the mosque, you think about the rewards that Allah has placed for going to the masjid. Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Man kharaja min baytihi mutatahhiran ila salatin maktuba." Whoever goes from his house with whilst he has purified himself towards an obligatory prayer, Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, or Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, Fajr, right? فَأَجْرُهُ كَأَجْرِ الْحَاجِ الْمُحْرِمِ. The reward for this person will be like the one who happens to be going for Hajj whilst he's in the state of Ihram. Why? Because going for Hajj is a couple of things. The time is very sacred. Prayer time is a sacred time. The situation, the scenario that an individual is in, and that is the fact that they're going to Hajj itself, that's a sacred thing to do. That's called communitas. That's when you disconnect yourself from every other thing to get connected to God. And in sociology, they call this the state of communitas. People do this, go on retreats to get disconnected from society. So you're disconnecting yourself to go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the disconnection that you have to think about. That is why we go to the masjid, by the way. To disconnect ourselves from everything that is within our environment. We can do it at the house as well, but when you go to the masjid, it's a whole different experience because you've disconnected yourself from your general social network and your family and so on and so forth, and you went to the masjid. فَأَجْرُهُ كَأَجْرِ الْحَاجِ الْمُحْرِمِ. And whoever, the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam continued and he said, وَمَنْ خَرَجَ إِلَىٰ تَسْبِيحِ الضُّحَى. And whoever goes out to pray the sunnah of duha. Whoever goes out to do what? Pray the sunnah of duha. لا ينصبه إلا إياه فأجره كأجر المعتمر. Nothing is getting this person up out of his place except this sunnah that he prays of duha. Everybody knows the sunnah of duha? It's 2 rak'ahs, 4 rak'ahs, 6, 8, all the way till 8. You can go ahead and pray at the time of duha, which means after Fajr finishes, after you see that sign for Ishraq in your cell phone apps, by 15 minutes. Okay? From that time all the way till right before Dhuhr is the time of duha. So if you pray within that time, 2 rak'ahs, those 2 rak'ahs, they have many, many blessings.